Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. My name is Ernesto Olivo, and I'm the social media coordinator and art activities coordinator as well at the Children's Shelter. And yeah, it's a Friday, and we're in the midst of the holidays, and wow, they're creeping up on us. And so I'm really excited to be back with hashtag Reading with Ernesto. And I have a really cool book, and I revisited this book because it's just in time for the season, and it's Too Many Tamales. It's a really, really good book by Gary Soto and Ed Martinez as well. And so, yeah, this is it. I'm going to have to say that this is definitely one of my favorite books. I love Ed Martinez's artwork. His paintings are really great. And Gary Soto is also one of my favorite children's authors. So yeah, I'm going to be reading that today. I'm really excited. And then after I'm done reading the book, I have also got a little project that I'm going to work on. And if you did tune in last week, I didn't get to come back, but I went to Found in Southtown, our children's shelter, thrift and boutique, and I got some items there. And so I'm going to make a little project, little diorama. And so I'll be doing that shortly after our book. But again, as always, I always want to thank our community, all the people who have supported us and who continue to support us, and all those new people that in the future that will give us your support. I just want to have a moment of gratitude. You can follow our hashtag, hashtag moment of gratitude. And we really appreciate everybody who provides to our children, whether it's through a monetary donation or through some gifts or through a dinner. We're very, very grateful for all your support in the community. And I think I will start without further ado, Too Many Tamales by Gary Soto and Ed Martinez. All right. Too Many Tamales. Snow drifted through the streets, and now that it was dusk, Christmas trees glittered in the windows. Maria moved her nose off the glass and came back to the counter. She was acting grown up now, helping her mother make tamales. Their hands were sticky with masa. That's very good, the mother said. Maria happily kneaded the masa. She felt grown up, wearing her mother's apron. Her mom had even let her wear lipstick and perfume. If only I could wear mom's ring, she thought to herself. Maria's mother had placed her diamond ring on the kitchen counter. Maria loved that ring. She loved how it sparkled like Christmas tree lights. When her mother left the kitchen to answer the phone, Maria couldn't help herself. She wiped her hands on the apron and looked back at the door. I'll wear the ring for just a minute, she said to herself. The ring sparkled on her thumb. Maria returned to kneading the masa, hands pumping up and down. On her thumb, the ring disappeared, then reappeared in the sticky glob of dough. Her mother returned and took the bowl from her. Get your father for this part, she said. Then the three of them began to spread masa onto the corn husks. Maria's father helped by plopping a spoon of meat in the center and folding the husk. He then placed them in a large pot on the stove. They made 24 tamales as the windows grew white with delicious smelling curls of steam. A few hours later, the family came over with armfuls of bright presents. Her grandparents, her uncle and aunt, and her cousins Dolores, Teresa, and Danny. Maria kissed everyone hello. Then she grabbed Dolores by the arm and took her upstairs to play with other cousins tagging along after them. They cut out pictures from the newspaper, pictures of the toys they were hoping were wrapped and sitting underneath that Christmas tree. As Maria was snipping out a picture of a pearl necklace, a shock spread through her body. The ring! She screamed. Everyone stared at her. What ring? Dolores asked. Without answering, Maria ran to the kitchen. The steaming tamales lay piled on a platter. The ring is inside one of the tamales, she thought to herself. It must have come off when I was kneading the masa. Dolores, Teresa, and Danny skidded into the kitchen behind her. Help me, Maria cried. They looked at each other. Danny piped up first. What do you want us to do? Eat them, she said. If you bite something hard, tell me. The four of them started eating. They ripped off the husks and bit into them. The first one was good, the second one pretty good, but by the third tamale, they were tired of the taste. Keep eating, Maria scolded. Corn husks littered the floor. Their stomachs were stretched so they hurt, but the cousins kept eating until only one tamale remained on the plate. This must be it, he said. The first ring must be in this one. We'll each take a bite. You first, Danny. Danny was the youngest, so he didn't argue. He took a bite. Nothing. Dolores took a bite. Nothing. Teresa taking a big bite. Still nothing. It was Maria's turn. She took a deep breath and slowly, gently bit into the last mouthful of tamale. Nothing. Didn't any of you bite something hard? Maria asked. Danny frowned. I think I swallowed something hard, he said. Swallowed it? Maria cried. Her big eyes were so worried. She looked inside his mouth. Teresa said, I didn't bite into anything hard, but I think I'm sick. She held her stomach with both hands. Maria didn't dare look into Teresa's mouth. She wanted to throw herself on the floor and cry. The ring was now in her cousin's throat, or worse, his belly. How in the world could she tell her mother? But I have to, she thought. She could feel tears pressing to get out as she walked into the living room where the grown-ups sat. They chattered so loudly that Maria didn't know how to interrupt. Finally, she tugged on her mother's sleeve. What's the matter? Her mother asked. She took Maria's hand. I did something wrong, Maria sobbed. What? Her mother asked. Maria thought about the beautiful ring that was now sitting inside Danny's belly and got ready to confess. Then she gasped. The ring was on her mother's finger, bright as ever. The ring? Maria nearly screamed. Maria's mother scraped off a flake of dried masa. You were playing with it, she said, smiling gently. I wanted to wear it, Maria said, looking down at the rug. Then she told them all about how they'd eaten the tamales. Her mother moved the ring a little on her finger. It winked a silvery light. Maria looked up at Aunt Rosa. Winked at her too. Well, it looks like we all have to cook up another batch of tamales, Rosa said cheerfully. Maria held her full stomach as everyone filled into the kitchen, joking and laughing. At first, she still felt like crying, as she needed a great bowl of masa next to Aunt Rosa. As she pumped her hands up and down, a leftover tear fell from her eyelashes into the bowl, and for just a second rested on her finger, sparkling like a jewel. Then Rosa nudged her with her elbow and said, Hey, Nina, it's not so bad. Everyone knows that the second batch of tamales always tastes better than the first, right? When Dolores, Teresa, and Danny heard that from the other side of the room, they left off of growing the size of 24 tamales. Then Maria couldn't help herself. She laughed, and pretty soon everyone else was laughing, including her mother. And when Maria put her hands back into the bowl of masa, the leftover tear was gone. Too Many Tamales by Gary Soto and illustrated by Ed Martinez. Definitely a really, really great book. During the holiday seasons, when we are with our familias and trying to keep our cultural traditions going. Know we're going to have some challenging holidays this holiday season. And so just a reminder that everyone stay safe, keep in small groups, if it's not within your family, remember to follow their CDC guidelines, as Metro Health guidelines as well. And just making sure that, you wear your mask 6 feet apart and avoid large groups and stay safe so that we can still find a way to enjoy our holidays and keep that spirit up and eat as many tamales as you can. I know I can. I personally enjoy making tamales and eating them with my family. So I did go to the thrift store, our Found in Southtown thrift boutique last week, and I picked up some items while I was there. And I think I paid a total of $2.50. So you can find some really great bargains there. And I'm gonna make a diorama. Some of this stuff was kind of already pre-made a little bit. But as you know, I'll still give you some directions with what you can do and how to keep those things going. So what I did is I picked up a little Christmas tree ornament. I picked up a little trinket. It's a little snowman here. Picked up a little box of snowflake tree decorations, 2 different colors. Picked up a little 2-pack of tea lights and some wrapping paper, which I've already pre-cut, but I will show you kind of how I went about doing that. And then I picked up a gift bag as well. And so all these items kind of were very inexpensive. And this is, again, something that you can do together with your children or your family or your friends or your loved ones within your home. Again, the social distancing aspect of things, and kind of just get together and sit down and do something creative and enjoy the moment, and just doing something in unison together as a family, again, and or friends or with your children. So what I did is I also got this scrap box that I had picked out of the recycling. It looks like an old board game box, and it's kind of it's got a little depth in it, so this kind of worked out perfect. And so what I did, I actually had already pre-cut a piece of paper. It was my gift bag, and all I had done was place my box on top of it. I'd taken a pin, marked it around there, and taken it off, and then I cut it out into that shape. And all I'm going to do first is I'm going to just take a little bit of glue here, and it's my best friend, the glue it in the back of paper that I cut out, and that's the gift bag. I used it, and again, there's no right or wrong. Whatever things you like. I'm sure there's wrapping papers with designs that you really enjoy. I picked up this bag because I really like the brown paper bag look or style or design or however you want to call it. Just did that. Put some glue in the back, and I'm just going to kind of glue it in the back, and that'll be the background of my diorama. Diorama is like a box where you can put things in there and kind of do like create a 3D project piece of art. And make sure that that's stuck on there really good. So the first thing I did was put that piece of gift bag in the back. So do that first. Again, no right or wrong. I also Also, for the outside of the borders here, you can do the back as well, depending if you're going to put it against the wall or not. You can take the time out to do that. I'm just going to do the edges around the box. And so again, all I did is the same thing. I took some wrapping paper, kind of did this bit, traced it along my border, but I had pre-cut some already to make it a little bit easier. So I got my 4 sides, and the same thing. Actually, this time I'm probably going to do the glue to the box. You can do it on the box or the paper itself. The box is a little bit sturdier, and I know I can see that. And I love, again, the purple glue stick because it kind of shows you how much glue you've actually laid out on there. And then I'm just going to glue this on top. Such. Just make sure that's on there. 4 of them. Do the same thing on both sides. And you can do this with different objects, you know, and it doesn't necessarily always, I mean, we are in the holiday time of the year. So this diorama is obviously a holiday one, but these are, you can do it for any, it doesn't have to be a holiday. It could be as a birthday gift. It could just be something that you really collect or enjoy, or little trinkets that you don't want to get rid of, but you want to do something useful with them. And this is another thing that you can actually do with these smaller objects, you know, for Valentine's Day. You know, we have Easter. Easter ones are really, really great. And throughout the year, we have different holidays. And so you'll always see different decorations, if you would, depending on the time of the season of the year. This one here, we'll go back to placing it on the box. And you can always cut down a box if you don't have a box small enough. You can always shape it and cut it down to the size that you need, depending on what kind of objects you're going to use on the inside. I chose this box because I already knew the size of some of the objects that I had found at the thrift store. And again, are found in Southtown Thrift Boutique. It's a really great place to find some treasures and some gifts all year round. But, you know, this holiday season, they always have some really great stuff on sale. You can go to their Facebook page, the Children's Shelters Thrift and Boutique, found in Southtown Thrift and Boutique. And you can see some of the different sales and specials that they got going. I just posted some for this month, so you can go there and do that. So now I have my little inside, and then I have my outside here. I have my little Christmas tree. Although this is a little heavy here, I'm not going to take the time to glue these down just yet. I kind of just going to place them here. So you can kind of just get the idea of that. The great thing about the little tea lights is that you can use them in a couple different ways. You can just leave them laying down on the ground here, or I'll turn it around this way so you guys can see. Or you can even kind of maybe glue one up here. And it might take a little bit of like maybe Elmer's glue or something more than the glue stick. And those can be like maybe lights hanging up above. And before I place that there, though, I did kind of want to use some of these Christmas ornaments, like they're snowflake shaped. And maybe I'll kind of use one and kind of use some tape here. And I'll use the little small string that's already attached on there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some tape, run that across. Then I'm going to tape that to the top of the box so it can kind of hang down, maybe like a little small chandelier of some sort. So you kind of have like a little snowflake hanging out in the background. You can do several if you want to layer them. Actually, I'll use both of them since I have them. And again, stuff like this, that I found are found in Southtown Thrift and Boutique. Again, very affordable. You can use all kinds of things. They still have some really great items there. So if you haven't finished for the holidays, and or if you just want to stop by and support, remember that all our sales go to the children at the children's shelter. So always keep that in mind, that when you're buying or purchasing something at our thrift store, you're supporting the children's shelter as well. And also, the donations, we are still routing our donations to our children's shelter thrift store. However, if you do have new items that you want to drop off, if you're doing a toy drive or you've already contacted Stephanie, who's part of our development department, you can reach out to her, skotic at chshel.org, or you can just give us a call, 210-212-2500, and ask for Stephanie, and she will guide you on ways on getting donations and your gifts to us, so that we can make sure that we get them to our children. And all our used donations will be always directed to our Found in Southtown. They do take donations from 10 a.m., I believe, to 5 p.m. And they have holiday hours are on Saturday, so you can do it Monday through Saturday. And so I think I'm kind of done here a little bit. Won't put it all together, but just get the idea. I have some snowflakes here. I will glue this down eventually. Just kind of want to have it show you guys for now. I got my little snowman. And then I got my little tea lights. One there. And one there. I think I'll just use one. And I can glue the top here. And you can kind of get the idea of this little diorama here. So that's a fun, easy, and simple way to create a little diorama. Again, it's not tied to the holidays only. There are different things that you can do, different ways to put this together. They can be really small. You can do them in large scale as well. But I just wanted to do a holiday one for my desk. And again, thank you, Found in Southtown, for letting me find these objects and these items there. And again, very affordable and very reasonable. Great staff. We really value them as a part of our essential workers. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. Hashtag Reading with Ernesto. I will be back again on Wednesday. I will be live at Found in Southtown, our thrift and boutique. And then I will be back the following Friday for another really great book, and possibly even another small creative project. But thank you guys again. We're very grateful for all your support. Really appreciate it. Hope everyone's having a really, really wonderful week, and wishing you a wonderful weekend. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.